Getting to know what is going on in our teens' life can be very difficult, most especially our teens that are in their late teens, those within the ages of 16, 17, 18. It can be a real struggle to really get to them because sometimes they may be having a lot of things going on in their life, and one among those can be sexual pressure from the opposite sex, from same sex, and from their peers. And it can be a struggle, but they may be ashamed to discuss it with you. So it will require patience, it will require time, it will require bonding, it will require you not judging too much for you to get to them. During this period, over the time that I have been talking to these teens, counseling and having a discussion with them, I find out that there are five dominant characters that they can portray during this age. Number one is mood swing or withdrawal syndrome. When they are passing through this kind of sexual pressure, they seem to be withdrawn. They seem to be confused. They seem to be anxious. They feel like my mates are doing it. Should I do it? What am I mixing out? Can I fit in? That makes them to withdraw. They want to be themselves. They don't want to come out there. They don't want to have this discussion with you. They are battling internally. It requires those who you have bond with, those who you have started early with, to be able to open up. Even some whom you have bonded with or have started teaching sex education from an early age, it can be a real struggle too. So you need patience and you need time to get to their heart. The second one is overuse of social media and sensitive phone usage. They may want to hide their phones. They may want to use their phone in a way that you will not understand what is going on because they are hiding a message from you, hiding a kind of phone call from you, and hiding a lot from you. They don't want you to judge them and feel that, oh, my daughter or my son is a spoilt person. And so they want to withdraw. They want to be secretive in their use of phone. They may password their phones. They may even hide their phones. When you tell them to hand you over their phones to see what's going on in their life, they may give you one excuse or the other or defend themselves. It's a sign that they are going through sexual pressure or thereabout. Then the third one is avoiding conversation that has to do with consent, relationship, dating, and others. And so when you come up with this kind of discussion, you see them very quiet and silent. They may not even say anything. Even when you ask them if such thing is happening in their life, it takes the grace of God for them to speak out and tell you yes or tell you no. And so you will need effort, you will need time, you will need patience to be able to get to them. Okay? So they are always withdrawn when you talk about these topics. Then sometimes drastic change in their dressing. They want to look excessively good. They want to get the latest trending clothes. They want to fit into that person that they are crushing over or they are attracted to. Or they want to fit into the personality of the person who are pressuring them sexually. And so you see them dress differently, look differently, want to appear very nice. Now, when you see them appearing such, try as much as possible not to be judgmental. Just have discussion on boundary, consent, relationship, and dating, and then talk about consequences of some of these things they can get into, and it becomes a risky behavior that can hurt them. Then feeling of not good enough, they start comparing themselves. Am I good enough? Can I fit into the stream? Okay. Can I be able to fit into my peers' kind of lifestyle? What should I do to be a more better person? And so they start questioning their self-confidence, their self-esteem. So at this instant, if you have been building their self-confidence in saying no, in setting boundary, in respecting themselves and respecting their space, it becomes more easier because they already have a foundation. It's just for you to add to it. and affirm to their being enough and being confident of themselves in every situation. So let them know that everyone else, it's taken. They have to be their authentic self. Sometimes at this point, they want to look at everyone is doing it. Should I do it? Should I get involved in sexual activity? Because my peers are doing it, and because somebody out there is asking me out, and because I'm pressured to. Should I? It's a confused state. So I've mentioned 5 signs that you can watch out for those in their late teens that might be pressured sexually. The first one I talk about is sudden mood swing or withdrawal syndrome. Number 2 is overuse of social media, or they can be secretive about their use of social media and not give you their phones to look through. The third one is drastic change in their dressing pattern and in their behavioral way of carrying themselves, making up, and wanting to look good, avoiding sensitive topics that borders around consent, boundaries, and relationship, and even dating. Then the fifth one is feeling of not good enough, comparing themselves. So if you are a teen mother, a teen parent out there, you know, those in their late teens, they can be a hard nut sometimes. But the first thing you have to do is do not breach the communication gap. Make sure that you guys are talking. Number 2, less judgment. Judge them less. They make mistake, correct them. They tell you something, don't trumpet it. They say something, don't yell too much. Be constructive and be a good advisor at this stage in their life. Then the third one is try as much as possible to be their friend. Be the trusted individual in their life, and make sure that you are a shoulder they can lean on. And then finally, if you see that the pressure is overwhelming, you cannot handle it, seek professional hand to be able to get to them. Okay? So 5 signs that your teenagers are struggling with sexual pressure.